Good. So we're going to first, we can do K substitution for the first one, or we don't have to. It's common bracket. If your teachers taught you how to do common bracket, you can do that. But I want us to learn how to use K substitution because it's quite nice. Right. So we're going to say let K equal the thing in the brackets. So we're going to make let K equal x plus 1. Right. So wherever I see an x plus 1 in this first question, I'm going to replace it with K. So I'm going to end up with BK minus 2K. And that's easy enough to factorize, right? We said our default setting is what? What is our default setting, grade 10s? Good, good, that's it, HCF. What is my HCF? What is my highest common factor over here? That's it, sure. Good, guys, that's it, K. So we're going to take K out. And I will have B minus 2 left. But remember, my original question did not have K in it. It didn't have K in it. So I now need to go back and replace K with what was actually there. So I'm going to replace K with x plus 1, and then put my B minus 2 there. Thumbs up if you managed to get this one correct. We all good? Well done, Omi. I can see that smile, that huge smile on your face. Well done. All right. It's a beautiful smile. Don't hide it. Do not hide it. Well done. All right, let's look at the next one. We're going to use K substitution again, guys. All right, but I want you guys to tell me in the chat, if we look at this question over here, what is our K going to be equal to? I'm going to say let K equal what? Let K equal? Good, x minus 3. Now, our idea behind this, because we're seeing an x squared and an x, most of us would probably think to be like, okay, let's distribute. No, but we need to remember to read the question. We do not distribute. The question says we must factorize. So we cannot then decide to distribute. That's not how it works. We must follow instructions. All right, now I'm going to replace all of the x minus 3's with K. So I'm going to go x squared, and that becomes K minus 4K. What do I notice? What kind of factorization are we doing now? It's not dots, not yet, Tyler, not yet. First, we must always do our default setting, which is? What is the default setting? Good, Emmanuel, that's it. It's HCF. We've got a highest common factor of K. So we need to take K out first. So we're going to take K out. And then as soon as we take K out, what do we notice? What do we notice now in the brackets? That's it. Beautiful. Now we do dots. Well done, Tyler. That's it. So I can then go K, put K on the outside, and then I'm going to open 2 brackets for dots. So I'm going to have x plus 2, x minus 2 for dots. But I still need to put K back in because K was, yes, well done. All right, K wasn't part of my question to begin with. So I'm going to go back and replace K with x minus 3, x plus 2, x minus 2. Well done. Well done, grade 10s. Give me a thumbs up. Are we all okay with this? Everyone okay? Are we all good? Excellent, guys. This is just a nice extra little step that you can show your teachers, be like, huh, you thought you could trick me? I got you. Okay. Good stuff. All right, let's get into today's stuff. We're actually going to be factorizing trinomials today. Okay, but our trinomials aren't going to look like any other trinomials that we've seen before, right? These trinomials don't exactly factorize the way that we think. Okay, now I'm going to ask again before we continue. What is our default setting, grade 10s? One last time, just to make sure I remember that you guys remember. Okay, good, it's HCF. I'm going to repeat this because I've seen so many papers and I've marked so many papers where some of us just forget the base step. Now, if we look at this particular part that we're looking at over here, okay, we are going to be factorizing a what? What are we factorizing over here? What are we factorizing, peeps? Good. It's a trinomial. Good. It's a trinomial. That's why ma'am has already opened 2 brackets. But we're going to notice that this doesn't look like the other trinomials. These are the trinomials that are quite easy. Let me give you an example. You guys can probably factorize this one quite easily for me. If I said to you guys x squared minus 7x plus 12, we would open 2 brackets, right? What would go inside these 2 brackets? I know you guys are very, very fast at this. What would I put in my 2 brackets if I had to factorize this very quickly? Good. Emmanuel says x and x. Good. I'm going to put x, x. We know that one of our signs is going to be a negative. Good. And then I know that a negative times a something will give me a positive. A negative times a negative. So my other bracket must also have a negative. Then I'm going to need factors of 12 that when added to each other are going to give me negative 7. What are those 2 numbers? What are those 2 numbers? Correct. Good, Emmanuel. Good, Abu. That's it. Tyler. Good. 3 and 4. So I can put 3 and 4 here. Now, I'm going to reiterate the fact that we put x and x here. The reason we put x and x there is because we are looking for the factors of x squared. What are the 2 factors of x squared? I mean, on this side, we look for the factors of 12, right? So we would try 1 times 12, and we would try 2 times 6, and we'd also try 3 times 4. In this example, 3 times 4 just happened to be the thing that worked. On the other side, we look for the factors of x squared, and we know that the factors of x squared are x times x. I hope you guys are with me. Are we all okay with this? That's x times x, and that's why we put an x here and an x there. Now, if we go back to these examples that we've got, I've got a bit of a problem because now my factors of that first term are not just x squared. My number's not x squared. So I need to find the factors of not just x squared, but of 3x squared. All right, that's what we're going to be doing here. So how am I going to do this? Okay, I'm going to take this method called the cross method. Give me a thumbs up in the chat if your teacher has taught you the cross method at school. Give me a thumbs down if this is the first time you're going to be seeing the cross method. Thumbs up if you've seen it. Thumbs down if you've never seen it before. Emmanuel, I don't know which one that is. Is it thumbs up or thumbs down? Thumbs down, Jason. Okay, LJ says thumbs up. Good. So some of us are already kind of use it. Okay, Emmanuel, that makes sense. Okay, Nonka hasn't seen it, Nangalisha hasn't seen it. That's perfectly fine. All right, let's actually get into how to do the cross method. Now, what I'm going to do in the cross method is I'm going to take this first term, 3x squared, and I'm going to put it over here on this side of my cross method. Over here, I'm going to look for the factors of 3x squared. Now, we already know what the factors of x squared are. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to put an x and I'm going to put an x. Now, I still need to find the factors of 3. What are the factors of 3, guys? Good, Tyler, that's it. Omi, excellent, Tristan, good. That must be 1x, 1 times 3. So I'm just going to put them wherever. It doesn't matter. I'm going to put the 1 here and I'm going to put the x there or the 3 there. Because I know that if I multiply these 2 things, if I take 1x or just x times 3x, it's going to get me back to the 3x squared that I have over there. Okay, I hope I'm making sense. That's where the 1x and the 3x come from. 1x times 3x will take us back to 3x squared. Right. Now, on the other side, on this side of my bracket over here, I want the factors of that last number, there. Of 4. What are my factors of 4? No worries, Tinyuko, welcome. What are my factors of 4, guys? Good. Omi says 2 and 2. I agree. 2 times 2. And Tyler, well done. That's it. Well done, Simulucho. Yes, that's it. 1 and 4. 1 times 4. Excellent. Now, the problem is, on this side, I have 2 sets of factors. I've got 2 times 2 and 1 times 4. Okay, Tyler says, but we're using 1 and 4. We can't just jump to that conclusion because I need to explain to everybody why we're using them. Tyler, I know why you're saying that, but we need to explain to everyone else why. Okay, so what we're then going to do, guys, is we're going to choose one of these two. I'm going to start with 2 times 2. I'm going to split it. The way I split 1x and 3x, I'm going to put a 2 here, and I'm going to put a 2 here. Now, the objective of what we're doing is to make negative 11x. That's what we want at the end over here. At the end, we want negative 11x. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to cross multiply. That's where the cross method comes from. So I'm going to go 1x multiplied by 2, and that's going to equal 2x. And then I'm going to go 3x multiplied by 2, and that's going to give me 6x. And then I need to figure out how I can add, subtract these two numbers to get negative 11. Am I going to be able to get to negative 11? 6 plus 2 is going to give me 8. That's not going to work. 8 is not going to work. Negative 6 minus 2 is still going to give me negative 8. It's not going to help. No, not working. So we know that the 2's don't work. The 2's do not work. They don't work. So let's try the other factors of 4. Let's try 1 and 4. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 1 here, and I'm going to put 4 there. Remember, our objective is still to get the middle term. It's still to get negative 11x. Right, let's cross multiply, grade 10s. Let's cross multiply. I'm going to go 1x times 4, and that's going to give me 4x. And then I'm going to go 3x times 1, and that's going to give me 3x. Is that going to help me? 3x and 4x, is that going to get me to 11? Are we going to be able to get to 11? No. Nope. It's not going to get us there. We're not going to work. What if I take the two numbers and I swap them around? Let's swap them around. Let's maybe put 4 at the top and 1 at the bottom. Let's do that. 4 and 1. Okay, let's try again. All right, so I'm going to cross multiply. 1x times 1 will just give me 1x, or just x, right? And then 3x times 4 will give me 12x. Is there any way I can add or subtract these two things to get negative 11x? I think we can. Which one of them needs to be negative? Remember, my answer needs to be negative 11x. Correct, Tyler. Beautiful. We want negative 12 because negative 12 plus x is going to give us negative 11, right? Negative 12 plus 1x is going to give us negative 11. And somebody's annotating on my screen. Oh, my goodness. Okay, let me see who was that? Okay, everything else I'm okay with. All right, good. So what this actually tells me here is that because this negative is over there, I didn't multiply by it over here. I actually multiplied with it next to the 4. So this negative actually belongs to the 4 because 3x times negative 4 gives us negative 12. Now, how does this translate to our brackets? Well, it translates in the way that we read them, exactly in the way that we read them. We're going to look at the top part of my cross, and 1x minus 4 will be my first bracket. And at the bottom, 3x and positive 1 will be my second bracket. So I can go back into my two brackets and I can write x minus 4 for my first bracket. And in my second bracket, I can write 3x plus 1. Plus 1, Abu, be very careful, plus 1, because we multiplied by 1 down here. Okay. I'm going to ask everybody, on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being easy and 10 being very difficult, where do we find these questions? Omi's like, I got this, ma'am. Yeah, got it. Got it. Abu, is that a minus 10 out of 10? Wow. Okay. All right. Okay. I'm liking this. I am liking this. Okay. So most of you guys are finding it easy. Simulokho's finding it hard. Some people are finding it hard. So we're definitely going to do a couple more examples. All right. Let's start over here. I'm going to give you guys a moment. A moment before you regret everything. And yes, I said regret. Before you regret everything you're about to do in question 2, I want you guys to think of the default setting. Think of the thing we must always look for first. Good, Ziketelo. Beautiful. You remembered. Excellent, Abu. Abu, don't give it away. Remember, DM ma'am. You need to DM me, dude. Don't give it away. Okay. Beautiful. Sorry, I coughed. It's okay. It's okay. All right. Correct. So I'm going to go with Abu's suggestion here. It's a very good one. I'm going to first take out a common factor of 2. So I'm going to take 2 out as a common factor. And if I do that, I'm going to end up with 5x squared plus 7x plus 2. Dinuga says, so ma'am, if you can see that the numbers have an HCF, do you have to do it always? Always, always, always. We must always, always, always take out an HCF because the instruction is going to say factorize fully. Fully. It's going to say factorize fully. So if you do not factorize absolutely everything, you're going to lose a mark. Okay, you're going to lose a mark. So we must follow instructions. All right, now this is the thing that we want to put on our cross. Now, what goes on this side of my cross? The factors of which variable or which term? Which factors go over here, guys? No, remember, guys, we factorized. So look at the factorized one. It needs to be the factors of 5x squared. Well done, Tyler. That is indeed correct. Good, Emmanuel. Factors of 5x squared. Good. That's the coefficients of x squared. Good. And on this side, what factors are we looking for on this side? The factors of which number? Good, Tyler, of 2. We're looking for the factors of 2. Right. We already know that the factors of x squared are just going to be x and x. What are the factors of 5 and 1? Oh, 5. I just gave it away. Yeah. How boring. 5 and 1. I gave you that answer, Tyler. Good. So I'm going to put a 5 here and I'm going to put a 1 here. Then I need the factors of 2, which is easy enough. I feel like this question is beyond you guys. No, it's too easy. It's too easy for you guys. Good, Tyler. It's 2 and 1. So 1 times 2. So I'm just going to put them together however I feel like. However I feel like. So I'm going to put 1 over here and I'm going to put 2 over there. All right. What is the objective? What are we trying to get? What number are we trying to make at the end? Good, 7x. Beautiful. We're trying to make 7x. Okay, so let's cross multiply, grade 10s. Okay, I'm going to get 1x times 1, which will give me just x. 1x times 1 is 1x. Right. 5x times 2 is going to give me 10x. Does that work? Nope. Doesn't work. It doesn't. So maybe let's switch them around. Maybe let's put the 2 at the top and the 1 at the bottom. And let's see if that helps. Right. Now, 1x times 2 will give me 2x. And 5x times 1 will give me 5x. Yes, that's it. Good. There it is. Right? There it is. 2x plus 5x will give me 7x. What does this tell me? What is the sign then? What sign does 2 get and what sign does 1 get? Positives or negatives? Good, Princess. That's it. They're all going to get positive. So I'm going to put a positive here and a positive there. Now, remember, the way we see it on our bracket, or on our cross, that's exactly how it goes in our bracket. 5x plus 2, 1x plus 1. And for those of you who DM'd me your answer like 6 million years ago, you guys are absolute geniuses. I don't know how else to put this. You've got it. Beautiful. Be careful, Theo, the way that we write these. Okay, we need to write 5x plus 2 and x plus 1. Amina says, why do they get positives? Because what we're trying to make is positive 7x. Okay, so the only way we get positive 7x is if we've got positive 2x plus positive 5x. So both of them need to be positive. So that one must be positive and that one must be positive. Is that making sense? Yes. Yes. The person who's asking me, would there be a situation where you have to use negatives? Yes, because the next example is going to use them. No, Omi, if you said x plus 1 first, well, remember, multiplication is commutative. So 2 times 3 is 6 and 3 times 2 is 6. So it doesn't matter which one we put first, they're both going to give us the same answer. All right. Excellent question, by the way. All right. Yes, Emmanuel, correct. Look at the question that Emmanuel is asking. Emmanuel said, if there was a negative over here, if there was a negative 7 over there, that means that I can't have positive and positive. How would I get to negative 7x, guys? If I needed negative 7x over here, what I would need is negative 2, negative 5, and I would also need negative 2, because negative 2x minus 5x would then give me negative 5x, which means that these two would then have a negative sign and a negative sign. Very good question, Emmanuel. Okay. Correct. Well done. Here's the next question. Here's the next one for you. This one here. Try number 3. I'm going to move everything else down. No worries, Theo. If you'd like to share how your teacher does it, maybe somebody might find it a little bit easier than my method. Okay, so if you want to share, I'm happy for you to share. Sorry, guys, I just need to move things. I feel like I put everything on top of each other, and I don't want that. Okay, here's our next question. Right. No worries, Theo, that's fine. Whichever method works for you, that's perfect. You can use your teacher's method or you can use my method. It's easy. And then by the time we get to the end of the lesson, I'm also going to teach you a shortcut method. Don't tell your teacher that I taught you the shortcut, but it's also fine. Okay, but I do need to teach you the long way around first. Okay. I'm going to give you guys 2 minutes. Okay, you don't have to finish the whole thing. We just want to make sure that we understand the steps involved. Okay. Correct, Tyler. Correct. Amina, would you like to put your hand up and you and I can go through this question together, my sweetie? Okay, we'll chat. Don't even stress about it. Princess, check your signs. It doesn't cancel, Amina. It doesn't cancel. It doesn't cancel. What is 3 divided by 3? Yeah. Okay, try again. Omi, double check, double check, double check. Well done, Emmanuel. Correct. Emmanuel, on point, on the money. Ah, you guys are doing amazing. Well done, guys. That's correct, Abu. Well done. Tyler. Oh, Lerato, we need to check again. Did you check for our default setting? Did we check for our default setting? Well done, Princess. Tyler, is Zoom kicking you out? Because I see you coming in and out. Okay, we need to fix that. I don't understand why that is. Okay, I will speak to our tech team and try and find that out for us. All right, guys, let's get into the question. Now, everybody who's given me an answer, we're going to take this step by step. All right, we need to take this step by step. What is the first thing we always need to do, guys? First step. Default setting, yay, HCF, beautiful. So we're first going to take out an HCF of 3. Okay, if I take out an HCF of 3, I'm going to have 2x squared minus 3x plus 1 left. And that plus 1 makes it so easy for us. Okay, because then we just need to find the factors of 1, which are nice. So over here at the beginning, I'm going to have the factors of 2x squared. So 2x squared. I already know that the factors of x squared are going to be x. And then the factors of 2 are going to be 1 and 2. That's what I'm going to do first. Right. From then on this side, oh, this side is so nice and easy, guys. I don't even understand why we are here. The factors of 1 are going to be 1 and 1. So I'm just going to put 1 and 1. That was too easy. That was way too easy. Right. What is our objective? What are we trying to get? What are we trying to get? When we cross multiply, good, Tyler, that's it. When we cross multiply, we're trying to get to negative 3x, right? So let's cross multiply, grade 10s. I'm going to get 2x times 1, and that's going to give me 2x. And 1x times 1 is just going to give me 1x. Now, here comes the problem, Amina. Here's how we answer your question. I want negative 3x. How can I manipulate these two numbers to make sure that when I add or subtract them, I end up with negative 3x? What needs to happen here, guys? What do I need to do to both of them? Correct, Abu. You can even put that in the actual chat instead of DMing me. Correct, Zakatala, that's it. We must make both of them negative because negative 2x minus 1x will then give us negative 3x, which means that both of these negatives belong here and here. That's what my two brackets will look like. That's what my two brackets will look like. So my two brackets, remember there's a 3 here. We can't leave the 3 behind. My two brackets will then look like x minus 1. And at the bottom, we'll have 2x minus 1. All right. Thumbs up, thumbs down. How are we feeling? Are we doing okay? Ah, beautiful, guys. Ah, amazing work. Okay. Shall we try another one? I think we should try another one. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Here's the next one, number 4. Oh, I see, Omi. You can try this. I don't know the FLM method. Like maybe you can help me out and teach it to me a little bit later. But I've never heard of the FLM method. Actually, let me do my own research. Okay. I'm going to go ask some of the teachers at my school. Okay. And then maybe on Monday, we can have a bit of a chat about it. Okay. There's your next one, guys. Go for it. You guys have got 3 minutes. Okay, we've got to get those brains working fast. I want you guys to note in this one that 9 is not going to have just one set of factors. So we're going to have to check factors on both sides. We're going to have to keep checking factors on both sides. All right. Good catch, Abu. Mm. Tyler's already like, woo, man, this is hectic. Hmm? Try all the possible combinations. There's no fishiness over here. Try all the possible combinations, my sweetie. All of them, all of them, all of them. There's nothing fishy at all. One more minute. Oh, okay, there we go. Princess is like, my brain is malfunctioning. It's okay, guys. All right, let's delve into the answer over here. Okay. Emmanuel's got an answer for us. Let's see if Emmanuel's answer is in fact correct. Okay. Do we have a highest common factor? Do we have an HCF? Nope. No HCF. So we're going to have to dive straight into this. Now, the problem that this thing poses is that 9 is also going to have more than one factor. I already know x squared is going to be xx. So what we're actually going to be changing are the factors of 9, because 9 will give us 1 times 9 and 3 times 3. So we're going to have to try both of those combinations. On the other side, I've got 25. 25 is also going to give me 2 factors. Yes, I'm going to get 1 times 25 and 5 times 5. Now, what is our objective? Where are we headed to? Where are we headed, guys? To what number? What are we trying to get? Good, Tyler, that's it. Oh, me, negative 30x. Okay, let's put all of these together. I'm going to start by maybe looking at 1 and 9. And on the other side, 1 and 25. I don't want to put 9 and 25 together because that's going to give me a huge number. I don't want that. Okay, let's try this way. 9x times 1 will give us 9x. 1 times 25 is 25. We've missed the mark by about 4. Okay, 25 minus 9 would give us 26. Nope, we've missed it. The other way around, 9 times 25, that doesn't work. Okay, this doesn't work. If we swap these around, we're already in trouble because that's going to be 9 times 25, which is something like, what, 200 and something? Nope, it doesn't work. So we're not even going to go ahead and try that. Let's not try it. Let's try 5 times 5. Let's try 5 and 5. 9 times 5 will give us 45x. 1 times 5 is equal to 5x. We're still missing it. We're at 40x and not 30x. So that's not going to work. So clearly, these numbers are not the problem. These two numbers are the problem. So let's switch these two around. Let's put a 3 there and a 3 there. Okay, so I'm not going to move the 5 and the 5. We're going to leave the 5 and the 5 there. Let's cross multiply. 3 times 5 is going to give me 15x, 3x times 5, and 3x times 5 is going to give me 15x. Beautiful. We've got exactly what we needed. However, I need negative 30x. What does this tell me about both of these numbers? They both must be negative. Correct, Tyler. That's it. They must both be negative. So we're going to put a negative here and a negative there. Both of those negatives don't belong there. They belong to the 5s. So there and there. Like that and like that. So my answer over here is actually 3x minus 5 and 3x minus 5. But for good measure, because we are in grade 10, we're going to recognize that this thing is actually a perfect square. So we can rewrite this as 3x minus 5 all squared, because it's the same thing twice. So we can rewrite it as 3x minus 5 all squared. Emmanuel, you deserve all the flowers. Well done. All right, my sweetie. That's perfect. Okay. All right. I'm going to give you guys another one. There we go, peeps. Take it away. 4 minutes. Go for it. I know, Abu, he's just killing it. He's killing it. Let's get into this question, guys. My apologies, guys. Sorry, this should be squared. I'm sorry. I don't know where the cube came from. I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry. It should be squared. I'm sorry. Sorry, everyone. And I now understand why everybody's like, ma'am, cubes, cubes. Sorry, it's supposed to be squared. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, guys. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. Okay, I'll give you an extra 3 minutes. I'm sorry. Ah, I didn't see it. How did I not see it? The matric teacher Lee, every time she makes a mistake like that, she's always like, I was testing you guys and you passed. So I think I'm gonna steal her line here. I was testing you guys and you passed. Well done. You picked up on it. Well done. I've got 2 answers, one from Danae, one from Omi. I'm liking it. I am liking it. Well done, Tyler, as well. All right, peeps, let's have a look at this question real quick. All right, so is there a common factor? No, there's no highest common factor. So we're going to jump straight into the factors of 8x squared. And on the other side, we're going to jump into the factors of 15. Right, of 15. Our objective here is to get positive 14x in the end. Now, I'm going to put an x, and I know that I've got 8, so I know the factors of 8 are going to be 1 times 8 and 4 times 2. Oh, sorry. No, is it? No, Abu. It is positive 14, not negative 14. Be careful. It's not positive. It's not, yeah, it's positive. All right, I'm just going to fix my handwriting because, wow, Teacher Coco. 15. All right, the factors of 15 are going to be 1 and 15 and 3 times 5. All right, I'm not going to waste time. I'm going to use the easier ones. The 1s and the 8s, no, I'm not going to use that. I'm going to use 4 and 2. I'm going to use 4 and 2. And then on the other side, instead of using 1 and 15, because I know that 4 times 15 is going to take me all the way to 60. And no, that's not going to work. I'm going to use 3 and 5. So I'm going to put 3 here, and I'm going to put 5 there. Let's see if that works. All right, so 2x times 5 is going to give me 10x. 4x times 3 is going to give me 12x. I've missed the mark. I'm at about 22x, and if I minus, I'm going to get 2x or negative 2x. So that doesn't work. Let's not do that. Maybe let's swap the 5 and the 3 around. Let's see. If I swap 3 and 5, 3 and 5, I'm going to end up with 2x times 3 is going to give me 6x. 4x times 5 will give me 20x. If I add them, no, but if I minus them, yes. Good. So which one of these two needs to be minused? I need positive 14. So I need negative 6. Good. I need negative 6. Excellent. So over here, I'm going to put negative 6, which means that negative belongs to the 3. It belongs to the 3. And then I'm going to put them in my bracket exactly the way I see them. Just like that. And that's going to give me 4x minus 3. And then at the bottom, I'm going to get 2x plus 5. Well done. Some of you guys like that came out in like 2 minutes, 2 minutes. You guys are just like killing it, killing it. Well done, guys. Amazing work. Very nicely done. All right. I want us to do one more thing. I want us to do, we'll get to algebraic fractions. I want us to do cubes very quickly. All right. We've got about 10 minutes. So I want us to kind of look at this. I want to see who can pick up the pattern. Okay, remember, like I said, guys, factorization is all about patterns. Now, if I say to you guys, I've got x cubed plus 1. And then I factorize this for you. I'm going to factorize it for you. Oh, I'm lying. Minus x plus 1. That's the first thing I'm going to give you guys. I'm going to give you another one. X cubed plus 8. And then I'm going to factorize it. X plus 2. X squared minus 2x plus 4. Let me do another one. X cubed plus 27. And that's going to give me x plus 3. X squared minus 3x plus 9. I'm going to do one more just for good measure. I want you guys to tell me who can pick up on the pattern. Has anybody picked up on a pattern? Okay, Omi says HCF, but there is no HCF, not really. All right. Okay, so Theo's saying sum of cubes, and you're absolutely correct. And we can go ahead and talk about the mathematics behind the sum of cubes, right? But it's quite important for us to understand. Oh, good. Emmanuel's got the right idea. The first bracket is always a cube. Ziketelo, what else have you picked up on?
Hi, ma'am.
Hi, my sweetie. Tell me, what have you picked up on?
I think you multiply, no, sorry, you square the first term and then you put it on the second bracket, and then you square the second term in the first bracket, and then you put it at the end, and then you multiply the two terms, and then you put a negative sign, the opposite sign of the
Of the one in the middle. Excellent. Good. I think you put it exactly the way I needed it put. Okay. Very well done. Can you tell me, how did we get this first bracket? How did we get the first bracket? How do we get these two first?
Square root, probably.
Square root or
Cube root. No.
cube root. That's it. Beautiful. We must cube root. So you've hit the nail on the head. Okay, that's exactly what it is that we need to do here. All right, well done, Ziketelo. Well done. Beautiful, beautiful. Guys, let's look at this again. If I say to you guys, I've got x cubed minus 8. Now, my first bracket, I know I'm going to open a binomial and I'm going to open a trinomial, right? Okay, didn't you guys like, we already did this in class. I'm so glad. Okay, what we're going to do to find the two binomials over here is we're going to cube root that first part and we're going to cube root that second part, right? Cube root. So I know that the cube root of x cubed is just going to be x, and the cube root of -8 is -2, right? Now, to get what goes into the brackets, I'm going to take x and square it. That goes there, x squared. And then I'm going to take -2 and I'm going to square it. And that goes there. -2 all squared is +4, right? Now, the inside part, or the middle term over here, is determined by these two. So we're going to take x times -2. That's going to give me -2x. And then I'm going to swap the sign. I'm going to change the sign. I'm going to put it in here as +2x. And that's how you factorize sum and difference of cubes. Okay, I want to give you guys one to try yourselves. Here is one. 8x cubed minus 27. Right. Remember, a binomial and a trinomial. Look at the steps that ma'am has taken here. That one squared. That one there, squared. The middle term, that one with an opposite sign. Okay. You can pop your answers in the chat when you're ready. Well done, Abu. All right, let's have a look at this answer. Okay, so I know I'm going to cube root this, and I'm going to cube root that. So I'm going to end up with 2x over here, 2x minus 3, right? Now, for those of you saying 2x squared, be very, very careful. When I take this, when I take 2x and I square it, I need to square the 2 as well. So 2 squared is going to give me 4x squared. That's the first term. Then at the end, I'm going to take -3 all squared, and that's going to give me +9. Right. Then for the middle term, I'm going to take 2x times -3x. That's going to give me -6x. And then I'm going to put it with its opposite sign in there, +6x. Well done to those of you who picked it up. All right. One more. Oh, 27x cubed plus 64. Go for it. Factorize for me, please, guys. We've got 2 minutes left of the lesson. All right, peeps, let's get into this question. Okay. So I'm going to open up a binomial and a trinomial. And then I'm going to cube root, and I'm going to cube root, right? So over here, I'm going to get 3x plus 4. And then in the front part, I know that 3x all squared will give me 9x squared. This is the first part. For 4 all squared, I'm going to get plus 16 at the end, plus 16. And then for the middle part, I'm going to take 3x times 4, which will give me 12x. And then I'm just going to change the sign. Because it's a positive sign, I'm going to put minus 12x. Well done, everyone. That's it. Beautifully, beautifully done. All right. It is quiz night, grade 10.